Hey everybody, Scorpion. So I had a gentleman hit me up, said that he had this done somewhere else and it was way too big. He just wants a Carnage head to put on his motorcycle antenna. So I checked with him about sizes and stuff to see what he wanted. And I think I got what he wants right here. It will be interesting to see how it prints. It looks like there is a couple issues in the actual build file, so I'll have to print it and see what happens with the print if it comes out like it's supposed to. So y'all stick around and I'm gonna kind of show you what we got. Hey everybody, Scorpion here. So for those of you that are super helpful about, don't do this, you should have gloves on, you should be using goggles, all that awesome stuff, we appreciate your comments. Always good to be safe. However, some of us are a little bit different than others. Some of us want to live a little on the wild side, maybe. Maybe somebody has a chronic illness and they don't care. Whatever. Leave them be. You know what I'm saying? Just some home, some home, whatever. Not saying I got a chronic illness or nothing like that, but I'm just saying some of us just don't care. Alright, so it was a full Carnage figure and I cut it off and tried to make it nice and flat. So I'll solid print it and that kind of thing. Let's see what size it is. So we are showing blue to be 51. So it's about 2 inches tall. So that's what he wanted. Red sitting at 36. So that's going to be just shy of 1.5 inches wide. So we're going to try to print it. Looks like it's a 5-hour print. So we're going to have to go over here and add fill. So supports are generated. Looks like everything looks pretty decent. Looks like it's supported well. Not seeing any pink areas until we get underneath. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see. Looks like the inside of the mouth is good. So I'm going to zoom in a little, go to manual, and see what it'll let me add or won't let me add. Some of these programs are a little bit funny, so it doesn't want to let me add anything here for some reason, and I'm really not sure why. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how this prints. So if we look at the back, I'd like to add a little support back here. Shouldn't need a lot, but so having to add all that support really changes your file size and all, and how much you're using. It won't let me add nothing there, so I got a feeling that this is not going to print too well. Bottom of the jaw. So I may Might be a better idea for me to try to print it upside down. So let's close this and reopen it. And pull the file back in again. So I'm going to take the object and rotate it. Let's see, it should be green. Yeah, so 90, 90. We do want to pick it up off the platform just a little bit. About 5 millimeters. Then let's go back and add supports. Whole lot more supports. Looks like the pink underneath the head supported halfway decent. I would rather see them connected because it helps strengthen it. And I'm going to be the first to tell you, taking these supports off can be a pain. Tack a little around here. Neck looks like it's supported good. Inside the mouth. Looks pretty good. This is all stuff that has to be done. So I think we are good to go. So now we're going to back out and go back to the regular view. And then we have to slice it. So it'll take it a minute because it's going to slice the image and see how many lines it's got to do of printing to make it happen. And then we'll move it to the printer and get it started. Alright, so put the disc in, turn it on, maybe, somewhere. I know it's got a little switch. Here it is. So I just cleaned all this stuff. Hopefully it's good enough to do what it needs to do. Add some resin in here. Stand by. So we're gonna go down here, see if we can't find the file. So to print, but we gotta put this on first. And then we're going to let it do its thing and come back and check on it in a little bit. Alright, so I just got back today. Yeah, last night I was trying to make videos and stuff and people have been sick in my house. And all of a sudden I couldn't stay awake anymore. So while I was waiting for the video over here to finish producing, I come back over here and this was still going. And I laid down and passed out. So when I woke up, I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm done. I'm going home. I turned everything off and left, and I left this running. So it is done. As you can see, there's a whole lot that has to be cut off and cleaned up. I'm still kind of eager to see how the teeth turn out. Well, not really teeth, but you know. But that'll be next. I'm going to take it out of here and put it in the wash station and get it clean, and then move to the next step. Alright, so I'm going to take this out. This is how I do it. Doesn't mean it's right. Do not touch this stuff with your bare fingers. Not till it's cured. Just letting y'all know. It's not good for you. There she is. So we're gonna run her up. And I'm gonna go ahead and run it 4 minutes. Because it's kind of compact in there, just to get everything cleaned up good. So we'll be back. Alright, so we're going to take it out. So that washes most of the excess off. Normally what I do with them at this point is I take them and set them in front of a fan somewhere, because alcohol evaporates fast. And just let the air blow on it and evaporate all that alcohol before I bring it back and set it down to cure it. So normally it's like this. Fan doesn't have to be on high or nothing. Just set it on a piece of cardboard, something where it's catching some of that moving air, and let it dry out. Alright, so while that's drying, you're going to prep the station for the next step. So you got to take your wash station off. Put your plate on, which looks a little bit dirty. Maybe I should wipe some of the dust off. Get it on here and get it ready so you can bring the piece over and put it on there, set your timer, and fire it right up. This one does have a piece at the top that bends down. I'm not sure if y'all can see it at the angle that the camera is. So something small that'll fit underneath. I can do it all at once because it rotates. Probably 2 minutes is going to be about all it needs. I may do it a minute at a time just to check it, because if you run it too long, it turns from white to yellow because it's gotten too much UV too fast. So we'll bring you back when we put it on and fire up. So I'm partially through the cleanup on this. Right now, looks like he's wearing a crown. Lots more to do. Just a little update. Alright, so I did a little backwards. Went ahead and did the cleanup on it. And I was live while I did the cleanup. So I'm going to finish setting this just to make sure everything's ready. So the lights in here do some of it over time. So we're just going to turn it on for 2 minutes. Probably take it out after a minute. Oops. So say something ain't right. Helps if I put it on cure. Set her for a minute. Let it start. And it's UV lights. So it helps finish curing the resin, hardening it. It's a whole lot easier to take supports and stuff off before you finish curing it. But while you're doing that, the lights that are in here, they harden it some, and while you're working on it, even while it's sitting there trying to dry, they're hardening the outside some. So when it's done curing, I'm gonna do a little bit of sanding and smoothing, and then should be ready to, be painted. All right, so final look at it. That's after hand sanding and then putting her on the Dremel. So it's pretty smooth. So we're going to send it to the paint shop. I'll let you see what it looks like when we get it back from there. Alright, paint shop has done the first round of paint. This is primer. So on to the next round. Alright, so here's the finished product from the paint job. So we ended up cleaning and repainting it. So now I gotta seal it, put a coat of sealer on there and drill a hole in the bottom because he wants to put it on his antenna. So I'll show that to you once we get it done. Alright, so it's almost dry. It's got the sealant on there, so it gives it a little bit of a shine. So y'all let us know what you think.